Hey everyone, Easy Boiler user here. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you, and if you've been here before, I want to welcome you back. I operate an outdoor wood boiler called an Easy Boiler. It's a brand of outdoor wood boiler that's based out of Michigan, where I live. Now, if you don't know what an outdoor wood boiler is, an outdoor wood boiler is a firebox surrounded by a jacket of water, an insulated jacket of water. The fire in the box heats the water. The water then is pumped in through circulating pipes into your home, connected to a heat source there, takes the place of your indoor heat source, and then heats your home, and then heats whatever else it's hooked up to. I have mine hooked up to my indoor boiler, so it takes the place of that, so I don't run off my propane during the winter. And then it also is hooked up to my hot water, so it heats my hot water. I have almost an endless supply of hot water. And then it also is hooked up to, in my garage, to a heat blower, so I can turn on the heat in the garage and blow hot air there as well. So it's an Easy Boiler Classic. The Easy Boiler Classic heats up to 5,000 square feet. My home is 3,000 square feet. I have it attached to the garage, and I also have it attached to the hot water. So it works very well. In it, you want to mainly burn seasoned wood. You can burn softwood, hardwood, whatever you want to burn, but you want to try to burn seasoned wood in it as best you can. And if you have green wood or whatever, it'll handle it. It's just not as efficient. And of course, you're not getting the amount of BTUs out of the wood that you would like to have. So I have been operating the outdoor wood boiler now for 2 seasons. This is the end of the second season that I've had this outdoor wood boiler, and there's been some ups and downs. There's been some learning curves. There's been some moments, and there's been some great moments. But overall, it's been very effective. It's been very efficient. The price of it, between the boiler and hooking and installation and everything, was around between $7,000 and $8,000. Right around the $8,000 mark is what ended up spending. The price of these things has gone up. You know, since COVID, of course, the price of everything has gone up with inflation and everything else, but that's a whole nother story and a whole nother video that you won't be watching on this channel. Anyhow, so I spent about $3,000 a year in propane to heat my home and heat my hot water, and I have eliminated the bulk of that expense. I do spend a little bit of money in the summer months on propane to heat the hot water, but it's very minimal, couple hundred bucks. Now, there is another expense that I've incurred with this unit running the outdoor wood boiler, and that is buying wood. I used to go out and harvest wood myself. I used to go out, cut down the trees, buck up the wood, load it into my truck, and bring it back. For my truck and the system that I have, for my truck, it takes about two, maybe three, usually three trips in the truck to bring in a full cord of wood. And with gas prices the way they are, and considering my amount of time, I'm going to pay $800 for 10 full cords of wood. And I have 5 to 6 full cords of wood on my property, and so I already cut up and stacked and ready to go. So I'm going to pay an extra $800 there. But when you do the math, it takes a couple hours to go to properties, collect the wood, cut it up, etc. By the time I calculated it out, it was about $1,500 for me to go out and harvest 10 full cords of wood myself. So paying $800 for 10 full cords of wood is a great deal for me. But what that does is it pushes back how long it takes for this to pay for itself versus paying off the propane. You know what I mean? So over the course of 3 years, I would spend $9 grand on propane. But over the course of the 3 years of this boiler, I'm going to have spent $9,600. So I'll be almost flush and be making $300, and I'll be gaining $3,000 a year by having this unit. So it's a fantastic investment, worthwhile.